Hi, it's Chloe Lauer here again with the Empower Art Mint channel. Life is hard, art helps. And here to share with you today my first channeled drawing. This is Empowerment. This was drawn yesterday when I was feeling very sad and dark and directionless, lost, perhaps without hope. And yet I find it really inspiring. The darkness is held, within the light, and the light is held within the darkness. The darkness actually seems to be sort of hugging the light and giving it like boundaries and protection. And then there's, these mutable colors like the purple, and it kind of like shifts and changes shape, like a shapeshifter. And then this like inner flame that just like cannot be quenched or squelched. And similar beautiful curves over here on this side. And then with this lovely, divine rose, feminine, pink elements, creating these curvilinear forms, kind of like abstractions and petals in a way, like almost like flower petals. And then this edge, it's almost like a halo on one side and a bit of a halo effect or a light burst or crown on here, this other side. So you can see it kind of shifting in the natural light as you see it from, wow, it really changes depending on how much light is hitting it, doesn't it? So this is the channel drawing for empowerment. I can do a channel drawing for you. The link is below to whatever theme is on your heart and mind, and it'll be unique. I will put it on better paper and send it to your door along with a handwritten love note and a tarot reading. So I'll do a short tarot reading that is going to accompany this theme of empowerment and show our interactions as a collective between ourselves and the concept or theme of empowerment. And I'm going to use the, I wish I could keep this up here. I'll have to figure that out. This is the Osho Tarot. I'm not going to use the cards, but I am going to use this format, which is called Relating. And we're looking at you and what you are contributing to the relating in the here and now. And then it's usually the other and the other's input to relating, but I'm going to have it be, the other is going to be the theme of empowerment. So how is empowerment contributing to the relationship with you and your divine higher self? And then the composite energies, so you plus empowerment, and then the insight. And the cards I'm going to use are these gorgeous, oh, whoops, wrong ones. I mixed them together, oops, here we go. These beautiful cards, which are actually a gift from the boyfriend that I talked about in San Francisco. He's an amazing guy. Thank you if you're watching this. I still appreciate these so much and use them all the time. They have a beautiful golden edge. And the deck is called the Serpentine Tarot by Devani Wolf. Booklet edited by Michael Moret. Really gorgeous. So here we're going to pull 4 cards, but first I'm going to shuffle. Let me see if I can get the camera to be better here. Change the angle. Oops. All right, so 4 cards, please. First card, You and what you are contributing to the relationship to empowerment. Whoop. Okay, so we got two cards here. We got the Fool in reverse and the Judgment card. That's two major arcana for you and what you're contributing. Then this is empowerment. So what is the theme or energy of empowerment contributing? We got the 10 of Wands in reverse. The composite energies, you and empowerment together. Well, I feel like that was also two cards. Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. There's a lot of horse energy here. We see two horses. Whoops. Six of Wands is in reverse. And, Six of Wands, yeah, in reverse. Ace of Pentacles also in reverse. They look normal from your angle. And then the insight. All right, so what is the insight? Oh. Four of Swords. So I'm going to be learning along with you here. I'm not an expert tarot reader yet. So it's very interesting that we got lots of double cards, at least in this column over here. So for now, I'm just going to use the book and also share what I see. So the Fool is like taking that big leap of faith, going off into the unknown. So that is what part of what you are contributing, which makes a lot of sense, being on this soul journey of divine awakening and ascension. It's really scary to take that leap, and that's the leap that I took 2 years ago, that I was sharing about in the first video. And then the Judgment card, it also looks like, but it's in reverse. But the upright version, it looks like, you're really in your head, and really thinking and judging and assessing and concern. And there's a lot of anger feeling. The red is like a super energy of intensity and anger. And that's what I was feeling. I definitely have a lot of anger that I'm still moving through. So let's see what the book has to say now that I've just, the Fool is also that 0 point card, that huge unknown. Yep, the hero's leap. So Joseph Campbell talks about the hero's journey, and yeah, we kind of have that similar energy. Oh, also this is a unicorn. I don't know if you can see that, with a beautiful horn, and it has a lot of light. So there's definitely that, like, it looks so energetic and happy and hopeful, just like really taking that excited leap. So, oh, here we have my friend housemate's dog wanting to come in. He's very excited about this too. Yeah, so there's a lot of playfulness there. Fearless new beginnings, leap of faith, creative engagement. I guess I will kind of bring this back a little bit. The unicorn, ruler of the heart's desires in dreams, leaps off the edge of the world. What is below? A feather bed or certain death? I know that's definitely how it feels. Like some days I'm like, life is so good. And other days I'm like, I'm dying. Yeah, she doesn't know, and that's okay. This is what is meant by leap of faith. With this card, we begin the archetypal journey, a new cycle. opening up our arms to embrace the universe. So this sense of empowerment is bringing in a new cycle for us. The unicorn represents our purest self, free of fear, inhibition, or predetermined ideas. Yeah, all those expectations of like what we're supposed to do and what society expects us to do and how much money we're supposed to earn and where we should be at, by this time in life, which I've been dealing with. Trust yourself and surrender to the pull of the universe. Fear not, free fall into the next phase of your journey. So, but because it's in reverse, interesting to look at it that way too. Shadow side, reverse. You may be feeding your inhibitions and worries, doubting your ability to let go. Yeah, that's how I was feeling yesterday when I, wasn't feeling empowered. You may be feeling reluctant to surrender something. If so, take some time to collect yourself and find the courage deep within. It is there. So definitely feel like there's a connection between empowerment and courage. Like when we're not feeling that natural bubbling up of empowerment, it does take courage to dive deep and like dig for it in the darkness. So mantra is, I give myself to the great unknown. Okay, so there we go. So the next one about you and what you are contributing to the relating here and now is the judgment card, which I should show this way. Oh yeah, so sorry, I think I was reading them in reverse because, they look different on camera than here. So anyway, forgive me. I think this was actually straight up according to my perspective, but whichever interpretation works best for you. Maybe for some people it's in reverse and for other people it's, right side up. But you still get the general impression of the energy of the card. So this is Scorpio, in Scorpio, the objective dissenter. Self-analysis, dissecting ideas, reflection, evaluation, and insight. A man's head is opened, revealing the mind, luminous with activity. Above is an all-seeing eye. Oh yeah, do you see that triangle at the very top? I don't know. Yeah, kind of hard to see. It's very similar pink color to the background. It is an all-knowing presence which we can tap into, representing higher consciousness. Now is a time of epiphanies and direct insight into oneself and external situations. In order to grow, we must be open to constructive criticism. We can allow ourselves to be taken apart with care. That's so curious. We can allow ourselves to be taken apart with care. So it's that unraveling, but doing it gently. When we hold on to ideas of ourselves too tightly, we lose objectivity. This card asks us to find the higher perspective in all things, perhaps in part through the perspective of others. That's definitely what I've been doing in my dark times, is reaching out to friends and family and community and, mining those connections that I've built. I am more than the sum of my parts is the mantra. I am divine consciousness. That's so beautiful. So that's what we're contributing to empowerment right now, divine consciousness. That is really the soul's journey of enlightenment and spiritual revelation. So then we have the next one is the other's input into relating. And in that case, we're talking about empowerment. So what is empowerment contributing to us in relating? This was in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse. So it looks like almost like that 0 point again of that like fool's journey, and like this woman turning away from her. She's like hiding herself. So there's like something she doesn't want to see, is not willing to own. And that's my interpretation. So the 10 of Wands. Oh yes. Okay, so this is Saturn in Sagittarius, pulling the wool over. Keys: denial, repression, feeling isolated, and aggression. A lone figure sits in a vast void, a dark eclipse brooding behind. The figure is cloaked with one arm covering their face. They are afraid to see where they really are. When we pull this card, we are facing deep fears of rejection and abandonment for being our true selves. So I think this is what's in the way of our empowerment. This kind of fear can lead to violence and anger. I've definitely been feeling super angry, and there's a lot of that red color, that red energy of anger, intensity, and the hot flashes I've been having. I think once I clear some of the anger, the hot flashes will subside. This kind of fear can lead to violence and anger. If left unchecked, this can turn inwardly and we may begin punishing ourselves. Realize that you can take responsibility for yourself and how you feel. We do not have to be the victim, even though we may despise where we currently are. Yeah. The anger is a powerful energy. It can be very empowering, actually, because it can catalyze us and spark us into action when we're like, I don't like this. Things are not right with the world. You know, I need to do something about it for myself and for others in my community. So don't feel ashamed of anger and don't push it away. Like, embrace it and see if you can channel it through you. And also know that it's temporary. You're not going to feel that way forever, even if you allow it in. I think that's what we get afraid of with our emotions, is that if we allow them, that we'll always feel that way and then we'll be stuck in them. And that's just not the case, because as Lorianne, my teacher, says, Lorianne King, emotions are energy in motion, emotion. So it's moving, it's a force, it's you know, the universe is always in motion, and we're in motion. We're part of that web of connection. Things move through us. So since it was in reverse, the shadow side is you may be choosing isolation. I definitely have been hiding out. I've been hiding out and hiding my gifts as a healer. Denial and anger over more progressive ways of coping. Choose to take responsibility for your feelings. Yes. I look reality straight in the eye, so I don't have to hide anymore. That's what empowerment is looking reality straight in the eye. I love it. It's so great. I'm going to pause because I need to plug in my computer. Okay, I'm back. Yay, my computer's getting some juice. Where's that water? Oh, I think I finished it. Anyway, okay. So here we then have, so that's the first two, you and what you're contributing, the other and the other's input to the relating, and then we have the composite energies. So these were both in reverse. So we have the Six of Wands. Here's what it looks like when it's not in reverse. The naked woman riding bareback on this horse. It's very like psychedelic, like an old Polaroid or something. That horse energy, kind of like the unicorn. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like super dark. There's like a radiating spiral, like a ripple effect here in the middle, and sort of like a Mayan temple ruin. Okay. So Six of Wands. Jupiter in Leo. Triumph on display. Breakthrough, celebration, awakening, joy, and victory. So this is when we come together with empowerment. That's beautiful. A woman astride a horse emerges from a body of water. There is strain evident on her face, but the summer is high and things are looking up. After constriction, we can finally breathe again. Success! Bask in the glow of triumph over adversity. So we've been through a very hard time here. It may feel like a rebirth. Yes. This is time to make lasting decisions that will ripple through the waters of time. So interesting that we have that ripple effect here too. Interesting. So much connection. So this is how I feel today after realizing and having this initiation into being a healer. But, you know, this is in reverse. So the composite energies, there's still something that's not fully unified between us and the collective and our sense of empowerment. What may be holding you back from feeling victorious? What does the notion of success mean to you? Perhaps you need to investigate your idea of success, because maybe it is coming to you, but simply in forms you do not recognize. So this has definitely been indicative of my journey, because I had to let go of the fact that I thought success looked like, you know, having a family and a house and owning property and, you know, having children and having, you know, tons of abundance coming in financially all the time. And it's instead success looks like, you know, me having time to rest when I need it, me having this beautiful apartment with this lovely garden outside I'll have to show you, and, you know, having this initiation into becoming a healer and being able to share these gifts with you. So it's not what I thought success looked like. Success means, you know, being able to express myself through art and, you know, having healers in my life to support me on my healing journey, and to have herbs and remedies, you know, as I deal with the hot flashes and other hormonal imbalances. So where do you need to investigate your idea of success and redefine it? The mantra is, I celebrate all of my successes, no matter the size. So hooray for that. What are you celebrating today? I'm celebrating that I feel like totally freed up to share myself with you. I mean, last week I was talking with Erica. I'm like, I want something like you have, and here it is. But so I asked Spirit, you know, for guidance, and I got it. But it took some darkness and crying, you know, to get there. And that's part of the process. So here we have part of the other composite energies between us and the collective and empowerment is the Ace of Pentacles, Rings of Wisdom. So that's what that ripple effect is, wisdom. Union of Elements, magic, as above, so below. One of my favorite, you know, sayings, which I teach in the transformational travel program, is she who wishes to reach the heights of heaven must also be willing to enter the gates of hell. Basically, like, we can't go as high in like bliss and joy and radiance as we would like until we've charted the depths as deeply. So as deep as we go in investigation, that's reciprocally how high we can go. It's like a tree and its roots. The roots and the branches are very parallel and even. Okay, so a Mayan pyramid rises and assimilates with the rings of a spiral galaxy. The pyramid represents the physical body, and the cosmic rings represent spirit. No longer at odds. Oh, this is great. So empowerment is helping us integrate with ourselves. Body and spirit arrive together in unison and reflect each other perfectly. Body, mind, heart, and spirit, earth, air, water, and fire all flow together in harmony. We may experience elation and deep contentment, which, if nurtured properly, can become our natural condition. But the shadow, it was in reverse, so we're not quite there yet as a group. Perhaps you are not ready to feel whole. We are not always ready to emerge from the shell we have created. And sometimes that shell is there for very good reason, to protect us and to be our home, and that's okay. Oh my God, this is what I found today in my file cabinet. A snail shell. It was just right there. It really speaks to this card. So it's okay if you're not quite ready to emerge. I honor that where you are. I am one with the elements and grow as I need to. So you may be shedding a skin, you know, and growing in a new way. So share with us below how you're growing and where you might not yet feel ready to emerge from your shell, and why that shell might actually be there for a good reason. Yeah, there's so much here. I guess I wasn't sharing yet on YouTube because I wasn't ready. You know, I hadn't gone, I had to feel really sad and dark to draw this, you know, and I needed that to catalyze me here with you. So this is a reading that I'm offering for private readings as well. This one is for the collective, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But if you want me to do a channeled drawing for you and then an accompanying reading, it'll be a similar format to this. I'll do either a 4-card or a 5-card reading depending on the guidance I'm getting from spirit. So it looks like as a collective, you know, there's a lot of positive integration happening, and the ripple effects are powerful, but we're still a little bit hesitating, not ready to come out of our shells. So the insight is the 4 of Swords. Very beautiful colors there. A lot of the base chakra colors moving up into the solar plexus, and a lot of triads, and this beautiful woman, I don't know if you can see her, kind of doing this like dance in front of the moon. Okay, so the 4 of Swords. Okay. Ooh, perfect. So this is the insight. This is what's happening. This makes so much sense. Okay, Jupiter in Libra is emergence. Moving beyond doubt, calling in light, expansion, and centering. So that's what's happening when we integrate with empowerment as a collective. A woman stands, arms raised, to catch the faint light of the moon. Behind her are 3 shadowy figures whose paths do not intersect with hers. She moves into radiance, into safety. Radiance is one of my favorite words. Here we have the transformation of hopelessness into hope. Wow, like this is exactly what I was dealing with last night, is feeling hopeless. We begin to move out of the shadow, doubt, and sorrow. Yes, during this time we must be careful to keep to our path, else the darker influences may return. But it's okay, the dark and the light are at play here. With this card, we are being asked to face our fears. Oh, sorry, that's not the right one. We begin to move out of shadow, doubt, and sorrow. During this time, we must be careful to keep to our path. Yes, else the darker influences may return. We needed to hear that again. We must keep our confidence in body, mind, and soul. And I'm going to add, we must really nourish ourselves because it's a tenuous time. I find light at the core of my being, and I do not give in to the shadows, is the mantra, which is really expressed here as well. So may you find the light at the core of your being, and I think we can embrace the shadows too. So thank you. Links are below for references I made to in the video, like Lorianne King and Erica, my friend. I'll link to her. And also if you want to have a private reading, if you want to give a donation to support this channel, I'm here to honor and uphold the collective as we journey together in this awakening process. And I'll be here tomorrow with another video. The theme of that one is initiation, with another drawing as well. So thank you. Bye.